Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to afternoon market Sugarfoot.
What is
Afternoon market action.
Yeah, there it is. AMA. My name is Glenn,
My name is Ryan.
and we're going to be your host for about the next hour as we talk about what's going on in the market. If you can hear us loud and clear, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, and let us know that we are coming across loud and clear. I've had 17 cups of coffee today. Hey, Boston gave me this stuff called Liquid IV. I haven't taken it yet. I'm scared.
It's really good.
I haven't taken it yet.
I've had it before.
Kinda
It's good for you this time of
It's
year.
electrolytes.
Yeah.
Electrolytes. Keeps you hydrated, keeps you healthy, that kind of stuff.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try it. I'm afraid. I'm afraid to take it. Ripman says you should. All right. Well, looks like.
Yeah, no, I've taken it. It works out really well.
All right. I heard it's really salty though.
It is.
All right. I don't want really salty, so I'll dilute it. All right. So with that being said, man, there's a lot of stuff going on in the market after we just got an inauguration. Whew. We don't like to do politics on here, but, a lot of the stuff that's going on will affect your ability to make money in the market with the stock market. So what are you thinking about Big Bear AI? So Doo-Doo Bucket. Damn. What kind of name is that? Anyway, and I read it out loud, but listen, I'm not doing stocks yet. So just hold off on stocks. Ryan and I will look at stocks, and it's great for people with drinking problems. I don't have a drinking problem. I don't know. Again, Rada, we're going to look at stocks. And again, it all depends on how many likes we get. For every 10 likes, we get a stock. So the more likes you give us, the more stocks we get to look at. All right. With that being said, let's go right into the VectorVest software. Joey, with the screen different, I don't know. Hold on. Where's it at? I can't find it. Oh, there it is. How come I couldn't see that? All right. Anyway, here's the home page of what's going on in the VectorVest software. Nectario says, are those real hats or CGI? These are real hats. Take off your hat, Ryan.
These are real
These are real.
Yes, I do
hats.
have hair under here.
I got hair.
I got a little hair under there.
You got a little hair. This is a good way to hide up your balding that we don't want to talk about. Mine, I got full head of hair. I love it. All right, so had to give a shout out to GCT making the move. You guys think you slick, ain't you? You guys think you slick. Trying to put stocks up in here. Regardless, regularly has lots of sugar. Use the sugar-free version. There's a sugar-free version of Liquid IV. If there is, I'll probably do it. There's too much. What did Janice said something. Glenn can't see the back of his head. I'm not supposed to be able to see the back of my head, Joe.
That one came from VectorVest. Who typed that in?
Hello from frozen Louisiana. Holy smokes, everything is closed. Yeah, and my wife was in Pensacola for work. She had to leave, and she went to another spot. But holy smokes, Pensacola got shut down because of snow.
Mm-hmm.
Louisiana got shut down because of snow. So, yeah, it snowed in Tallahassee, Florida. So excited. I don't know. We didn't get much snow here. Charlotte did, but further up north, we did not. All right.
Charleston got like an inch or two of snow. It's crazy.
We got nothing. We got like a dusting up in
their second dusting. Oh, we're just getting teased over here.
And I'm glad with that. All right.
Who's at negative 30? Rita, where are you at?
What? Negative 30. I'm not
like
never
Wisconsin
going
or Alaska or something.
I'm not never.
You know where
going
she's at?
All right. I heard Milton got hit too. Let's take a look at what's going on in the market. A lot of yellow in the color guard. We got more green popping up. Primary wave up for now. 5 of the last 6 days. We're still in a confirmed down call. Mm-hmm. So we're going to take what the market gives us. We're getting opportunities to buy stocks. But, MTI is above 1. So it means the underlying trend of the market is up now for the last 2 days. That adds to the euphoria of the market moving higher. So I think that Ryan and I are going to probably be a bit more bullish on the market at the present time, and we're going to do 16 inches in Atlanta? Holy smokes. Whew.
What?
That's a lot. That's a lot. Feels like low volume. Joey's in the background. He's listening too, so if he needs to adjust the volume, he definitely will. All right, so that's where we stand in the market. If you're trading in the market, Be cautious, but on the days that the market is
Bullish.
giving you some upside, by all means, take it. But understand, you want more confirmation. I'm still holding stocks. I'll let you know what stocks I'm holding, and we'll go from there. First thing we want to do is go to the graphs. Let's go to the market graph, stock market graph, market timing. There it is. Look at that, Ryan. Tell me your thoughts as you look at us coming out of a channel, now moving up. What do you think?
I think it's off to the races. I know we talked about this like last week when it broke that downward trend line. I know you don't have it on the chart right now, but when I saw, the candlesticks break, the VVC VectorVest Composite, then I went to the Qs, which broke its downward trend line like 2 days ago. And if you didn't notice, I talked about the Qs twice. 2 out of my 3 shorts yesterday were bullish on the Qs. And even the market insights, I said, hey, Trump's in office, but don't forget about Netflix. That was like the first thing I said in market insights. So hopefully, you guys, put your feet in the water a little bit yesterday, today. The momentum's still there. I, played to the upside as far as the Qs on some contracts, did really well with that. But yeah, as far as my day trading, I'm definitely more bullish than bearish at this time. And especially with the MTI at 1.04, just now becoming favorable, but still gives us, upside potential. I like what I see here. And honestly, let's be Netflix kind of saved the day. Trading yesterday was a little lackluster, nothing too crazy, but I think Netflix, that optimism there. And we got some big earnings coming up. And I think, with Netflix's optimism to start out, I mean, think about it. We still got, ARM, NVIDIA, still big names to report. AI is hot. Glenn, he's got tons of stories about the AI prospects and, some of the projects going to go on. I've got a different twist. I'm sure you guys saw ARM up 16%. So both of us will be talking about that. But yeah, Netflix, I mean, everything looks good right now. Obviously, stay disciplined because, the market is overvalued. Even Jamie Dimon said, you're paying a premium right now. So as long as you stay disciplined, me personally, 20-day, 3/8 moving average, little trend line. No need to overcomplicate it if I got the VectorVest indicators. And that being said, I mean, it's time to make some money, right?
So couple of things. One, I got Netflix up here. If you remember, Janice said that I had 11 stocks for the picks for the year, and I do. Netflix was one of them. This concerns me. A lot of people are taking profits today. We got a closed candle, which means the price is lower than the open, but we did gap up on good volume. On good volume. There we go. So that's a good sign for Netflix. I wouldn't. It concerns me, but if you're in it, leave it alone. Again, we're going to take a look at this in the portfolio a little later.
You see that peak right in the middle of Netflix, because I know we're in different offices, but pretty much where the high is, if I drew a line there, if I see some buying pressure, bottom wick around, that prior high right there, which we're close to,
yep,
that would be my entry point. If we do a clear break through that and you're still holding, I'd be a little bit more defensive. But that would be the level I'm looking at, somewhere in there.
A quick couple of questions. Do you guys review options? Talking about that, we're going to talk about an options webcast that's going on later today. We'll talk a little bit about that. But in options, just in general, we don't, because we do have a tool, but it's a pretty expensive tool, but we don't push options. Ryan will do a short about an option. So keep on board with that. When he finds a good option trade, he walks you through it. So we do from that perspective, but not in general. Next question. Edwin asks, analyzing ETFs with high dividend yield. That's going to be Friday's video. Friday's video is going to be, I got it. Pros and cons of yield max. All right, so that's going to be the Friday video. So good you brought that up, Edwin. I'm going to do a video on it this Friday. And Jerry in Florida, who I got to meet in Tampa, big shout out to VectorVest, up 30% in 6 months, shooting for 60% for the next 6 months. Could not have done it without VectorVest.
Thank you, Jerry.
Type the ones in the room for that, folks. And that is for the people who are not subscribers to the VectorVest software. Man, I love it when VV Nation talks about the software rather than Ryan and I, because we're going to be all about, you need VectorVest. But when you get a subscriber to the software who's talking about them making money, you need to listen. You need to listen. And I don't know if we're still running a special. Joey, are we? Go to www.vectorvest.com/YT.
It's 99 cents still, right?
Is it still 99 cents for 30 days?
Joey, do you know?
I don't know if Mimi is here. I don't know if anybody from product support is here. I'm not sure. We might.
Worst case scenario, it's going to be $9.95 or something.
$9.95.
That'd be the worst case scenario, but it might still be 99 cents from I think the holiday or Tampa sale, something like that.
And if you ain't taking it, poor you. That's all I got to say. Poor you. All right. So I just wanted to shout out a couple of the comments that are there. All right. Yes. Nikhil says yes. Still 99 cents. There you go. All right, now I'm going to move over to the stories, and VectorVest is still 99 cents. There you go. All right, folks, if you're going to miss this, you're going to miss out on this. Go to www.vectorvest.com/YT. 99 cents for 30 days. All right, 99 cents for 30 days. Ritman says it's a no-brainer. Get the software. 99 cents. All right, so I've got a lot more stories than Ryan has today, so a lot of my stories, I'm just going to go over the headlines. But, we always want to take a look at what's going on in the market. U.S. stocks edge higher. Netflix soars on strong subscriber numbers. The only thing that's going to take Netflix down is if they start losing subscribers. They're adding more streaming to the platform. That's going to be good for them. Next one.
You know what will be a game changer for Netflix? Just 1 second, Glenn.
Go ahead.
Live news, some kind of news source, because they got the sports.
No,
they could use news.
No,
you don't think that's big?
No, we got a lot of news out there, and no,
I like local live news. Well, I
got local live news. Netflix needs to stay out of that, because then depends on who they got putting out the stories and the types of stories they put out. It might shoot them in the foot. All right, they might shoot themselves in the foot. That's my 2 cents. That's my 2 cents. And we can, you know what I love? That we can differ on opinion and still be friends.
Me, I would, I'd have a left news, a right news, and a center news.
That way people can just choose. There's no such thing as center news. There ain't no
pretty centered.
There ain't no center news.
There can be center news.
Well, I don't think it gets a lot of clicks if it's center news. All right, that's what it comes down to.
That's what it comes down to.
All right, there we go. Next story. Business inflation expectations to rise 2.2% in January. The Atlanta Fed. I think a lot of that comes from tariffs. All right, so we'll see how that works out. Next one. Jamie Dimon, and you just mentioned his name, says the U.S. stock market is kind of inflated. I don't know what kind of inflated means.
Sounds like it's inflated. He just didn't want to say it all the way.
I agree
we got to
with
rally
that.
in case the market started.
I agree with that. How long can Netflix keep raising prices? For as long as people are willing to pay it. That's the underlying. It's a supply and demand. And if Netflix keeps making money and getting subscribers, they'll keep doing it until people stop paying for it. All right. So let's go next story. Oh, so now, first story, Stargate project. That's big news. That is big news. A lot of money getting ready to come into the market by way of AI folks. Big money.
This is why ARM
money.
Is up 16%.
Say again? And
this is why ARM's up 16%.
Nobody cares about ARM. But
except the people holding it today.
actually, I did a short, which I always forget to do a short on Wednesday. But I did a short today on AI stocks on the rise. ARM is in that list, of course. Right. AI stocks, I think this story is going to be big, big, big for AI stocks. Another story, Project Stargate likely to be the start of massive AI investments in the U.S. So, something with Ryan and ARM, I'm thinking that right now, NVIDIA is going to be the king of all of this still. You need to be in some AI stocks of some sort. And if you don't know what stock you want, just look at AIQ, which plays the whole space. All right, which plays the whole space. Chris says he cares, holding ARM. Sorry, Chris, I didn't mean to step on nobody's toes. I didn't
Don't
mean to
worry, he
step.
steps on mine too. It's
I,
not just
I'd
you,
step.
Chris.
I can step on Ryan's, but I'm not going to step on Chris's. I'm just not going to. All right. Next story is a Ryan story. Barclay raises ARM holdings price target to
155.
$155.
We'll
Citing
take a look at ARM. You know what? I've always said, well, I've been promoting ARM. I don't want to say promote, but I talked about ARM first was $50, shot up to, the sky, almost 200. It's been in that descending channel. I talked about it, a week or two ago. Watch for that break out of the descending channel. A week or two after, the stock, I think it's like 170 right now, something crazy. So hopefully that helped you. Hopefully that put that on your radar before the big pop today. But ultimately, ARM, my opinion about ARM is not going to change as far as the process. I mean, they've taken the x86, which is Intel's AMD's partnership, and they just blew it out of the water with ARM architecture. So they are a key player. I mean, no, they're not going to be the next NVIDIA, but they're going to ride NVIDIA's tailcoats just as just as hard. But just be careful. Because I do want to look at it on a chart. I just want to see oh, there it is. So value, it's declining. So that's the only thing. Again, you know me, I'd like to see value on the, even if it's overvalued, I'd like to see it on the rise.
Like back here.
So this right now is a trade. I'm not going to say it's an investment. I'm not putting 155. I don't like the price, use the price tag. I'd rather use a value. You're paying a premium. Who knows? That stock could go to $300. Just put a nice little trend line on it, a trailing stop. And I think at the end of the day, you're probably going to be happy.
Daryl says, I'd cancel YouTube TV if Netflix had local news.
I would too. So this thing about Netflix, right? Think about that. It's $15, right? With my internet through T-Mobile, I'm only like $60 in. They can keep raising the price and adding stuff because their competition is about $150 when you get the cable, you get the internet all together. I mean, it's almost $150. So they've got some wiggle room. And yes, obviously how they approach adding content needs to be, a little bit more carefully thought out than me just, winging it on a live stream. But yes, I think more live content. I've been talking about Netflix as like $400, with their new live content coming.
And right now they're at $9.59. That's even after pulling back from the high today.
And Glenn, you called it. I mean, at the beginning of this year, talking about that being one of the, a great pick. And I agree because that is an industry disruptor. And until someone comes along and disrupts the industry again, Netflix is king.
I agree.
Hands down. Until the next industry disruptor comes.
Tabula says ARM will have problems breaking through the 180 all-time high in July. Let me see. What do you,
say that.
It's right
I've
there.
seen some of the figures. They're talking anywhere from 50, 100 to several $100 billion in AI in these data centers going forward. So, again, treat it like a trade. Treat it like a trade right now. Because right now, between the price and our valuation, I'd put a good price on it, maybe like low 100s, but obviously with the AI hype and SoftBank and all that stuff happening right now, we're not going to get that price right now. I'd be shocked with the momentum. So again, treat it like momentum play. Don't be afraid to take some profits when you hit your objective. Only your objective.
All right. Another story. D-Wave. Look at this. So talking about quantum, D-Wave announces new Leap quantum launchpad to fast-track deployment of quantum computing applications. So one of the biggest things that I said when I made my quantum computing portfolio for the year is that it's going to be things that will advance quantum computing. I'm looking at all of the stories that come out that push quantum computing closer and closer and closer to being a real thing. And I know a lot of you are saying it's already a real thing. I still think it's in its infancy. But stories like this is going to make the difference between quantum computing stocks going up or going down for the year.
The part I like here is that this program offers free trial access to D-Wave, right? Due to their technology, their expertise, to help customers use annealing quantum computing to solve important business scientific problems that can be out of reach for classical computing. What I do like here, free trial access. So if I'm a big company and I'm hearing all this quantum stuff all over the news, I want to get my hands on it. This is perfect right here. I could see I got to take the trial, see if it can help my company, or see if my company can help D-Wave, further its goal and to, commercializing this technology. So I do like that free trial access, because because these companies are all overvalued. I don't care what you say. Well, most of them are. Because I've looked at their market caps, looked at the revenue. You're not going to argue with me that. As of right now, they're overvalued. Now I know the potential down the road, so just be careful on that. But the more I study, D-Wave, IO and Q, they got, they're trying to turn Maryland into the quantum headquarters of the world. I get it. Just, stay disciplined in these positions.
All right. Like I said, I'm trying to just stick to the headlines because we got a lot of stories up here. And of course, you didn't listen to me when I said that because anyway.
Why would I?
No, you just keep an eye on it. Just Netflix kidding. For people who don't want to spend a lot of money buying at Netflix. Something.
That's a good one.
I like the single ETFs for a lot of the stocks that are up there as well. All right.
Ooh, Akshaya says quantum equals meme.
Ooh,
I won't go as far
I
as
totally
saying
disagree with that, Akshaya. Totally.
Yeah, I'm not going to go that far because you got to think, there were times where ARM and NVIDIA and these other companies that changed the world were trading at premiums.
Yep.
You just have to manage the premiums. I think I've said that in a 6 p.m. video before, and hopefully me and Glenn are putting you on the right side of the trade, to manage these high premiums, because whether you're investing or trading, there's potential for both here as long as, again, you stay on the right side of the trade or investment.
All right. Next story. This is Ryan's story. Trump launches a $500 billion. So I already did the story on Stargate, but this is from a different perspective. I got so mad at him when he put the story in there. I was like, dude, I already put the story in there.
I told him, I was like, ARM's up 15%, Glenn. I don't care if you got 3 ARM stories. I'm going to do my own. So I've been talking about oil, and obviously Glenn has as well, especially that petroleum machine equipment space.
Right.
We're on the same boat there. This right here pretty much is telling me that AI is going to meet the petroleum space, because all these data centers, Trump's talking about 10 data centers. Where are they? All these data centers, Texas. Energy. It's smart that they're building these data centers next to the energy hubs. And tomorrow night's video, just a heads up, is going to be the cross between AI and oil, which I haven't even seen a video on that yet. But I'd imagine these oil companies, because think about it, drill baby drill is going to bring down the price of oil, right?
As a commodity, yes.
As a commodity, right? AI can make drilling more efficient, because we're not Saudi Arabia where we can just drop it in the, the desert and, get, $30-$20 barrel of oil.
Yeah, we are. We got more oil than they got. So technically
their oil is some of the cheapest on the planet to excavate. Ours is not, especially
to
obviously
what?
we got also other higher
to
costs
what?
as well. Huh?
You said it was cheaper to what?
To excavate,
You didn't say it like that the first time. You said excavate. That's what you said. Okay. So I like this story.
Video,
talk about
AI
the story, but I do like the story.
Energy.
All right. Now I got a question, and someone brought this up on my my Twitter feed. If you don't follow me on Twitter, just search my whole name. You can find me. Someone said, "Where's the power going to come from for all these data centers?" Think about that, folks. And that's a video for another time. I think that it's something, I wrote it down. I wrote down a lot of ideas. You need to come over to my office and look at a lot of these video ideas. But
you can't just screenshot them and
no,
send
I'm
them
not
to
doing
me?
that. I don't do that. I'm too old for that. Anyway, so
all right, I'll come get your sticky notes.
There you go. There you go. It's going to be an issue. It doesn't.
Nuclear, that's it. Hey, you said it, U12.
What? What did he say?
He said nuclear.
Oh, you're right, but nuclear is not taken off yet. And the thing is, with nuclear, it takes a long time to build these reactors, these small reactors, or a big nuclear reactor. And that's the problem. I think it's slowing nuclear down. Do I think that nuclear is going to be the answer? Yes. So I'm in CEG. Someone keeps saying, don't sleep on SoFi. I own SoFi. But CEG got a contract. Nuclear is definitely going to be the way to go. It's going to be the way to go. It's going to be the way to go, but it's going to take a minute. And I thought it was going to be, one of the top movers last year. It just didn't happen yet. I'm looking forward to this video tomorrow about how AI and oil can come together. You guys need to support that. I mean, we try to bring really good stuff to the forefront. All right. Next story. Now, this is 3 stories on one story. Okay. Quantinuum announces plans to build new quantum R&D center in New Mexico, anchoring the state's quantum technology revolution. So what is Quantinuum? You can't trade it. It is a private company. It's going to probably going to go IPO. I'll show that in a second. But what is it? So I went and looked it up. Honeywell.
Money says quantum electricity.
I ain't saying no to that. Honeywell's quantum business could be worth $20 billion. That was December of last year. So if you want to get a piece of this before it goes IPO, Honeywell is the company to do it. January 16, 2024, Continuum valued at $5 billion after fundraise. So going to the next story, pioneering the next, going up. It is, I love what they do. Quantum hardware, computational chemistry. I'm going to have to do a story on AI and quantum in the medical field because I think it's going to play a big role in curing a lot of things, putting out a lot of things. Cybersecurity, our best-in-class quantum computers, software and developer toolkits are designed to work seamlessly. So Honeywell is on my list today from this company, Quantinuum, which you can't get as a own, but it will be, where is it? It will be IPOing. They said in 2025. What?
We should see if we can go down to the Honeywell headquarters down in Charlotte. They're based there, right?
I'm
like
down
right
for
down
it.
The street.
We can do that. If Mark,
let's do it.
Hopefully Mark is watching this because Mark's going to tell us no anyway. You know,
I'm going to turn up the volume so he can just hear us.
That's right. Be like, Mark, can we go out on the road and do something? Well, you know,
I turned up the volume.
See, I don't work for Mark. You do. You know, I don't work for Mark, so you need to push him on that. You need to push him on that because he won't listen to me. I'm just the outside guy now, so you know.
I wouldn't listen to you either.
Well, that's another whole story for itself. But I want you guys to keep your eyes on this stock. If you need to, there it is. We'll trade in 2025, hopefully. But right now, if you want a piece of what this company has to offer, Honeywell is the way to go. All right. G Money says, I'm in the medical field. Crazy stuff happened. I'm telling you from the standpoint of energy and AI and quantum, look at the medical field. I'm going to probably do a video, and if I don't, Ryan will. All right, I put up another story for Ryan. Meta backs Databricks as the data analytics startup inches towards IPO. How did you go mute?
There we go.
Holy smokes.
Is that better? So something that I found very interesting about Meta, right? Because you would think there'd be kind of like a Google where they just, invest in a bunch of startup companies. At least that's how I would imagine. They actually don't. When I was reading this article, it's very rare for them to actually invest in startup companies. Well, they've raised now $14 billion in funding and have a huge partnership with Meta. So obviously it's not in the software, but I think this is a stock definitely have on your radar. Glenn, I know you gave me this story because I was actually buying a car earlier today.
Yeah, I got your back, brother.
Now, but it's really cool because this Databricks last year trained its own source large language model, LLM. That's what else does that? ChatGPT. So I think this is obviously it's not in the software yet, but don't sleep on it. The symbol here is DBRX, privately traded. Hopefully it'll be IPO'd later this year.
There you go. Next story. Someone put up about gas being a great source of clean energy. LNG companies hailed Trump decision to lift freeze on export permits. LNG, keep it on. I think clean energy, natural gas, liquefied natural gas. That's another play from an energy perspective. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. Somebody's already said, well, now you're talking about politics. Hush up. We ain't. All right. Next story. I gave this one. Now, we both believe that Intel is garbage. But if it gets taken over, Intel can take on a whole different feeling. Talk about it.
So it's because I was just talking to my cousin about this, who he's he's the same person who got me an AMD, TSM, all that stuff years ago. So I respect his opinion, and he manages a database center. Intel, in his opinion, said it's too big, most likely, for one buyout. He would not be surprised to see it getting broken up in different sections and bought out.
Okay.
Like ARM might want this part, Qualcomm might want this part. So I have a feeling that might happen. But again, Intel, I mean, you're essentially hoping they get bought out and the stock, rises. I mean, that's the trade here. Obviously, the news hasn't even broke yet. If it does, I imagine, was it probably $22, $23 right now? Probably another couple bucks if that news comes out. And it also depends on what the offer is,
And
if the offer,
it matters who buys them.
Yeah, because if the offer is less than their current market cap with the trading, well, that's not going to be good for Intel, right? Because but again, it's just an interesting situation. But I do have a feeling after talking with my cousin, I wouldn't be surprised if you see this broken down into, different segments, essentially.
All right. Next one. Here's a stock that I showed as my undervalued stocks, one of my undervalued stocks, less than $10, International Consolidated Airlines. This company is rocking and rolling, and it's undervalued, and it's a cheap stock. Stock right now trading at $8.10. Holy smokes. I'm going to just show you the graph. More than anything, I'm just going to show you the graph. But it's
Show us the graph.
I don't want to show it yet. I'm going to show you the graph. But ICAGY, cheap stock, undervalued, killing it. All right. One last thing before we get into our stocks. Ron Wheeler has got a free webcast today at 5 o'clock. Go to www.vectorvest.com /Sugarfoot. Options register. I think that's what it is, Joey. Check that out. Options register. It's a free webcast today at 5 o'clock. Once Joey puts that link up in there, you can reserve your seat. I need VV Nation to go check it out. How to generate 3% per month. 3% per month with one option trade per week. Say again?
It's OP registered.
It's OP registered. Thank you. Joey's going to put the link in there. And I need you guys to go support it. And it's a free webcast. It's a free webcast. Go check it out. All right. And with that, last week we gave you his 5-step checklist to generate an extra 3% per month.
Okay.
That one is, oh crap. Do you have that link? If not, Ron will be on Trending Thursday tomorrow. And we'll do it again.
Oh, you're having a special guest.
I got a special guest tomorrow. Ron Wheeler will be on Trending Thursday tomorrow to promote the options paycheck system. Think about it. Options pay. 3% a month is what? 36% a year on just options. 36%.
If you don't know how to trade options, learn it.
Absolutely.
I don't even buy that many stocks these days because I'd rather just trade options.
ICAGY doesn't have options. I don't care. I'm looking at the stock. The stock is killing it. We'll take a look. Can you watch on your mobile? G-Money, yes, you can. You can watch it on your mobile. All right, let's get into the software now. Let's take a look at the stocks. Graphs we were looking at. There's the market timing graph. Nicely, as Ryan talked about, breaking through the downtrend. Just nicely. Look at that. Came below this level of support and just rocking and rolling. MTI is above 1. The buy-to-sell ratio in RT is still below 1, but RT is starting to rise. Our relative strength is telling me that the market is not overbought right now. So I like, what's better, options or ETFs? Oh, it depends on you, Tabula, what you feel more comfortable with. If you're not an options trader, stick with ETFs. If you are an options trader, I would go with options. That's the way I look at it.
Will offer more volatility. So really you got to ask yourself, are you comfortable with the volatility, and can you manage that volatility? That's the big thing.
There you go. All right, let's go to what the market indices look like. What are your thoughts on Tesla? Rules? I'm not doing stocks yet. So I'm going to keep ignoring those stocks right now. How many likes do we have, Joey? Remember, for every 10 likes, Joey's not listening. For every 10 likes, you get a stock pick. what do we got? 118, 100. I'm going to call it 120. We got 12 stocks that we can look at today. All right. So I'm not going to look at stocks yet. All right. Indices.
So keep hitting that like button.
Yes. The more likes we get, the more stocks we get to look at. Hello, Michelle. Q's up 1% today. Well, that makes sense because AI stocks are on the rise, right? AI stocks on the rise. The big mover today, up 1.3. All of the major. The IWM, though, is down. Mm-hmm. The IWM, so people are getting out of the riskier stocks and jumping over into the tech and AI stocks. That is it. Fred says options are tricky because they do lose value as time goes by unless you're doing covered calls. Listen, you do understand it. And even though Ryan is right, there's more volatility, but you're maxed out on what you can lose when you play an option. Whereas with an ETF, if it goes all the way down to zero, you lose all the way down to zero. If I play an option and the stock goes all the way down to zero, the most I can lose is the premium that I paid, especially if I'm buying a call. So I love options from that standpoint. You're maxed out. No matter what the stock does, you're maxed out on how much you can lose. You don't have that with options or ETF.
I'll be honest. If you guys never took one of Ron's courses, my first options paycheck, about 2015, almost 10 years ago. That's how I learned options when Ron started first doing these paycheck courses. And trust me, don't feel bad if you got to hit the pause button or rewind it or, watch it a couple times. You're probably going to have to if you're new, just like I did, for it to sink in. But it will be one of the best investments, one of the best things you can learn for yourself, especially covered calls. If you're retired and you don't know how to do covered calls, you are literally wasting money. And simply put.
The question is, how can an ETF go to zero just like a stock can go to zero?
Anything can go to zero.
People are afraid of options because they are leveraged products. You need to take that out of your head to a certain degree because no matter what, the most you can lose on an option play is either what you paid or what you received as a premium. That's it. I don't care how leveraged it is. And Ryan is right. Because of that leverage, you're going to get a lot more volatility. There's a difference in volatility and losing money.
For example, I traded the Qs this morning. Maybe I will do a short and just kind of show you where my mindset was. Buy bot contract, 60, 70 cents, right? Qs went up only 1%. My contracts I cashed out, I think it was up 73, 75%.
And Tabula, I don't understand your rationale by putting that in there. I don't know how that, if you understand what Ryan just said, I don't understand your what you just said. I don't. I was going to let you finish saying what you're saying.
I was just going to say, but what I'm doing is very, very speculative, very aggressive. Obviously, I've been doing this a while. Start with like Jim Penna, start with Ron, spreads, covered calls, basic things like that. And honestly, what I just found a cheap stock, like a Ford or QSI is a good example. Trade it, buy it and do a covered call. I think altogether QSI, the stock plus the option I did maybe cost me like 200, or actually no, because I sold the option. It was actually coming down like $80, and I think I cashed out around 300 something.
And I don't understand. If you learn options, that is easily done. Easily done on a day-over-day basis.
And you can mitigate risk on option. A lot of people think options just add risk. You can use options to decrease risk as well. Buy rights, things of that nature.
All right.
Harry, we are live. Yes, we are live. You better get ready. And you're late, by the way, Harry.
Damn. You have to play options the right way. I make thousands of dollars just on options every day.
See, I'm trying to get like you, actually. I'll get there one day, but again, I only had $700 to play with today. I ended out with just over $1,200. So I'm happy.
And that's on a day. Oh my gosh. So Tabula, I'm not feeling what you said. Not in, people think because it's leverage. Leverage my ankles. It ain't all about that. It ain't all about that. All right.
Stop giving Harry a hard time.
What did Harry say? Harry said,
because I picked on him for being late. He said, drop and give us 20.
All right. So I'm giving you some fish. Damn, I didn't know I gave this many fish. 13. AMA big movers. These are stocks that are moving up today on big volume. Take a picture. Look at the graphs.
What do you got? Cool.
That's
I like
one of
those
my
plays.
quantum stocks. There's ARM made the list today. RXRX on AI and medicine. New Holdings, Sox Long, RR Ricochet Rabbit, BBAI. Somebody asked me about BBAI. It made the list today. Stocks that are going up, and all of these are all going up on big volume. How about D-Wave? That news, the qubits, not up a lot, but up today on big volume. Up today on big volume. All right. Contras, I'm not even going to look at. Current hot industry, I got some stocks from the hottest industries in the VectorVest software. All right. Write them down. Look at that. ARM made it again. Look at that. ARM is everywhere. ARM is everywhere. HITC stocks you may or may not know about. All right. Take a picture, whatever you need to do. These are all hot industries. Scroll over.
Please tell me I got someone in the arm when it broke out of that descending channel.
Nobody bought it. How about that?
Hopefully not.
Yes.
Or hopefully.
I'm sure people did, bro. I'm sure people did.
I would have. I just didn't have the money to do it. I just bought a car today. That's why I've been day trading the Qs, trying to get the money back up. But don't worry, I'll be buying some stuff here soon.
What's a lot of money on options? If I'm being honest, because of the fact they decay so much. So, wow, wait a minute. As a buyer of an option, I buy for 45 days, 30 to 45 days out. I buy the time to be right. So I got more time for the stock to decay. And if I'm playing it right, the decay is not going to hurt me because I'm going to make that money early. If I'm a seller of an option, I want to sell the buyer less time so that the decay is on my side. So I understand the question about the decay. It all depends on whether you want to be a buyer of an option or a seller of an option. As a seller of an option, I'm going to use that decay because there's going to be somebody out there like Ryan who is going to buy something at the wrong time. Ryan won't do that. But there's a lot of people out there who don't understand.
I'm not going to say I never have, but I try not to.
The people who are not who do not totally understand options will buy those short-term options and get hurt. As a buyer, I want to buy for 45 days out. That decay is not going to hurt me because if I'm doing it right, I'll make that money early. Mm-hmm. All right? The other side of it is if I'm a seller of an option, I take in a premium, I want to sell that buyer the least amount of time as possible. All right.
And just good advice. If you're the seller, sell after volatility. Like ARM, jump up to 180. I'm going to sell a premium right now.
There you go.
Why
That's
not?
Right.
Might sell the 190, 200 just because they're expensive. If you're a buyer, do not buy something that just went up 15%.
Absolutely. You're going to pay a high premium.
Absolutely freaking premium right now. So I usually buy options when no one is talking about this stuff, before volatility. Right. Because if you buy after the move, you are paying a premium. If you sell after the move, that you're selling a premium. That's what you want to do, right? So that's the easiest way to think about it.
Kiwi says, Ryan, I took your advice and bought TSMX. The ETF for TSM made money.
That's the leveraged one, right?
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, I probably should. Well, I guess I went in pretty heavy in the portfolio, so that worked out well. But yeah, TSM, I'm telling you that they're like NVIDIA and ASML. I mean, they're top of the food chain.
That's great. I got another list that I'm making. Oh, I got a list of new decade stocks for 2024 or 2025. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 11 stocks. I'm going to do a video on that soon. Y'all are talking about looking at my sticky notes. I don't have sticky notes. I got a book. I got a book about all of the videos that I got coming out soon. That's why I want Ryan to come take a look because there's a lot of cool videos on here that I've gotten from you guys as well. All right. So I got a lot of videos. All right. Customer picks last week. Now let's go do Ryan's picks last week. Let's go see what he had. All right. He only had 4 stocks. Let's go see what they did. 1 week. What did you do, Ryan? He had good stocks, except for these 2. I wouldn't have got them, but that's all right. Quick test. 2.25%. The biggest movers were TSM. I'm with him on TSM and ASML. With this new Stargate thing, they got to be on your list. Ether took a little bit of a hit. Overall, outperformed the market. The market went up 2.16%. Ryan went up 2.25%. All right, what are your picks for this week? Let's take a look. Am I missing something? You're muted again.
Oh, I think you had Intel.
Intel. Oh,
only
yeah,
one.
INTC.
But I mean, you don't really need to add that. Obviously, that was more of a buyout story. I'd probably play Qualcomm or Broadcom from the buyout. Maybe even Marvel might get their hands on some of that stuff. Put in Broadcom and Qualcomm because those might be the two I might add a little bit today. ARM, no,
And
I'm not going to buy
I
ARM.
put Marvel in there too.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to buy ARM after it jumped up 15-16%. I got patience. So hopefully you guys do as well.
SoftBank, good move on the Stargate thing. Intel, I think that's I'm with you. And actually, I'm going to take Intel off, right? I'm going to take Intel off and keep the AVGO, the Marvel, and the Qualcomm. I think that's a better play.
And I've said this, but it's been a while, but when I first started talking about ARM back in the day and the SoftBank, because if you want to know the story, the son of the CEO or the owner, founder, whatever it is, the son is like gung-ho AI and has been for like the last year or two since I started talking about ARM. I look at SoftBank almost like a AI ETF because they got their hands, like obviously ARM. I think they own a little bit of SoundHound. But anyway, they got a lot of investments where you could almost treat it like an AI ETF, and obviously they've got huge partnerships. They're UK based. So if you're not going to be in the US, and obviously we're trying to protect our technology, UK is a good partner to have because, militarily, that's probably one of our best alliances, let's be honest. So I see a smooth transition of some of the UK AI investments coming right here. And as you saw, I mean, who knows what the money will be, but I saw figures over from 50 billion up towards to a couple $100 billion over the next few years. So, thank you, John. Appreciate it. Again,
someone says, where can you purchase Stargate? You don't purchase Stargate.
Stargate is the initiative, like the plan for all this.
And the stocks you want to look at from there are, hold on, I got them written down because that was part of my story. The stocks.
You just want to go to your list because shouldn't they all be on your list?
No, Microsoft, Oracle, SoftBank. Those are the three that are part of this initiative. So Microsoft,
really like
Oracle, and SoftBank are the three. It's not like you're purchasing Stargate, like Ryan said, it's the initiative. But three stocks that are very heavily involved in that are those three stocks. All right. Let me go to my picks from last week. 248. All right, we're good. I had a lot of freaking stocks from last week. Palantir, Coin. I am back in Palantir. ISRG for robotics. IONQ, UAMY. Medtronic for medicine. RGTI is a trade. Qubits. All right, let's go see what they did over the week. All right, those were my stories from last week. Let's do a quick test.
U12, where are you talking about a shooting star possible?
Every stock made money.
That's you?
Yeah, 6.5%.
Look at that.
Blew the market out the water by 3 times.
Glenn coming out strong.
Those were good stories. That's all they were. They were good. These were story stocks. These were story stocks.
Well, I'm glad my antimony's up since last week.
Yeah, well, I talked about it. I didn't want you to forget about it. My stocks for this week, I'm looking, there's LNG. LNG is in there. Take a big hit today. I'm going to tell you to keep your eyes on that. But ICAGY, I do want to look at the graph on that one. View the stock graph. That is an undervalued low-dollar stock, bottom left, top right. I want you to keep your eyes on that. Way undervalued. I like this. It's trading at $8. Down day to day. I do have a level of support sitting at $275. If you own it, if it falls below that and gets back into this channel, I'd probably sell half. But that is my stock pick that I like a lot.
And it's got my favorite chart pattern. Value on the rise, price on the rise. Lower left, upper right.
I
that
like
is a beautiful
that
chart.
play. I cannot lie. I want to look at energy. Look at Cheniere. Big fall off on it, but I got a level of support sitting at 227. I want to see if we can get a bounce off of this because it stayed in the channel for a long time. I'd love 3 days down. I think the story about releasing more of it. It is way overvalued. Over the last 3 months, it is rising but leveling out. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So those are my picks for the week. I'm going to give you some more fish. Top VST stocks with a 3.8 just crossed. All of these are VSTs, 1.3 or higher. Netflix made the list. CRNT made the list. Feng Yu made the list. Someone talked about Oklo, made the list. These are all top VST stocks where the 3 and the 8 exponential moving averages have crossed. I guess, again, a good list of fish for you right here. A good list of fish right here. Weekly theme stocks are going to be top AI stocks. I don't know how many stocks. I got 11 stocks in there. NVIDIA, Dave, CRDO. Write it down. ARM. Look at that. Every list that I got today, ARM is on it, Ryan. Like every list, ARM is on it. That tells you something.
That's what happens when you got good stock.
I agree. Palantir, Oracle, CrowdStrike, C3AI. Again, another list to take a picture of. Can you share the parameters of the 3 and the 8? It's very simple. I'm looking at top VST stocks. There it is, top VST stocks, and all I did was put that the EMA crossed above, that the 3 EMA crossed above the 8 in the last 3 days. That's it. It's already in the software. Top VST stocks. I just added the parameters that the 3 crossed above the 8. That's it. Somebody says I'm muted. I can't be muted.
You're not muted. I hear you.
All right.
Can they hear you?
So, Ritesh, that's it in a nutshell. Oh, you don't have this?
U12. I got a Jeep Grand Cherokee, by the way.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to see it. I'm going to kick the tires.
I should go pick it up. Should be able to pick it up tomorrow.
All right. If you want to be able to see the top VST stocks in the database at any given time, www.vectorvest.com/YT. 99 cents for 30 days. All right. Let's go back to the viewers. Portfolio review. Portfolios. AMA Glenn. I'm up 1.06%. Every single one of my stocks is making money. Ryan, up 3.3%. It's got 3 stocks. I think he got stopped out of something.
I got stopped out of my Ethereum.
Yep, he got stopped out of. He lost more than 10%.
Which is perfect because I was going to close that today.
There you go. All right, and he still has BITU and IONK. So, a little bit of a hit today, but still higher than me right now. Let's go look at customer. Do I want to do that? Yeah, and then we'll come back and fill our portfolios. Let's go look at 2020
EV Hummer. Interesting.
Customer picks. Wow. Oh, that wasn't it. 2025. Where's the 2025?
Oh, Kiwi. Good call. I'm going to check that out. Where's my pen at? It's a double leveraged ETF for ASML. Interesting. Let me grab a pen.
Hey, write that down and give it to me too.
I will, sir.
Customer picks.
And we're going to see if we can get that added too, Kiwi.
It's not there?
He says it's ASMG. See if it's in the software. He says it wasn't.
ASMG. Yep, we got to get it. Hey, talk to Andrew.
Hey, I'll send an email to the data manager. Hopefully we get it there maybe by the end of the week. If not, beginning of next week.
All right. Here's your picks for the year so far. And let's go see if we can find some more. All right, let's go to graphs. How many likes do we have, Joey? How many stocks we got? He's sleeping. 146. We got 15 stocks.
Hey, that's 5 more than last week.
There we go. Go ahead, Ryan. Read them off. 15.
All right. ANET. ANET.
Keep going.
GGAL. PSIX.
GGAL. PSIX.
GCT.
Yep.
TPC.
Yep.
Oh god, they're coming in quick now.
Right. Just go back in the chat.
Shopify. No, I'm going in order. Shopify.
Right.
LIN.
The hell is that?
I don't know. AIoT, which I like that. I like
don't.
that a lot, George. I don't even know what it is, but I imagine it's AIoT.
I'm thinking it's IoT. Internet of Things.
Yeah. IESC.
IESC.
IESG.
IESG. No, it's got to be IS.
Oh, you guys had the same thing. Okay.
Okay.
ASTS.
Okay.
ASPI.
Okay.
SAP.
Okay.
DRS.
See how many stocks that is? I can't. Oh, that sucks. Okay, I didn't put them into a watch list. Son of a bitch. Oh, gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I need one more stock.
And where'd we leave off at? Hold on, I'm coming up here. LNG, BWXT. Apparently, it's a small module reactor part supplier. Interesting.
I don't have it. EWXT. Okay. I don't have it.
I'm gonna write that down. See if we get that added potentially. The next one, Tesla. There we go.
All right.
And then,
how many likes do we have? I gave him 150.
Will you add ARM and AMD for me? And are there any honorable mentions for you, sir? I like this honorable mentions thing.
ARM and
AMD.
I'm gonna add Palantir.
That's fair. You know us. Those are the stocks we like.
Chris says you skipped PWR. Stop it. He went straight down the line. He tried very hard. I know he did. So Chris, I love you to death, but I think he really did try to go straight down the line. Unless he goes back and see, did you skip it?
Shoot, I did put in a lot of stocks here. Oh, SAP, ASL. Did you get SAP?
Yep.
DRS?
Yep.
PWR?
Nope. All right. So maybe he skipped it. Okay. PWR.
I did. So PWR would have been the next one. I apologize.
All right. I just made sure he checked. XROF honorable mention, held to the no. How about that? No. How about no?
XRO was a trade. I think it was like 11 cents when it high as 24. Where you decided to get out, I don't know. Don't get emotional to XRO, please.
All right. I put defense in there. All right, there we go. These are stocks that we can either.
And Joey, can you move your little window?
Which one?
Joey's got a window open. Did he still release? Okay, there we go. Thank you, Joey.
No, that was me. Right, now I did that.
AMD undervalued. So AMD was the same thing as ARM. It's in a descending channel. Glenn wants to draw the channel. It's up to you. But it looks like it's actually going to break out to the upside of that channel. And a week or two ago, I said AMD in the teens is the price you want. What was the low after you get done drawing that? Yeah, you see a little channel looking thing? You see the consolidation. What's the low?
The low is 114.
Yep, that sounds about right. It's breaking to the upside, undervalued. And I know it's not getting the news like NVIDIA, but it's still an important player in AI, and it is an American design company. So I imagine it's going to benefit from the billions of dollars flowing into these data centers, right? What's a good entrance for ARM? Roof, we'll get to that in just a moment. But yeah, don't sleep on AMD.
Amir, what were your stocks? Just type them in the room. Listen, that's why I tell you all to wait till the end before you start putting in your stocks. Told you, because this is how we're gonna do it. What's a good entrance for ARM? We'll take a look at it. Amir, give me your stocks. All right, let's go. Do you guys want to add this to your portfolio, yes or no? Type it in the room. See, we got to find a better way to do this because it's taking too long. All right, so you know what we're going to do? Ryan, we're going to make the decision on whether or not they're going to go into their portfolio. How about that?
I'm going to say no for this one right now.
I agree with that. I say no right now. Amir, I just said put your stocks in the room. Yeah. GD.
Oh, poll would be nice. But yeah, I think we're all on the boat. AMD, I mean, if you're interested in it, might take another dip. If you can get a dollar cost average closer to 110, the better, in my opinion. If you wanted to open up a small position today, probably not the worst idea, but just be careful.
All right, let's go to the next one. We got to do.
That's what I don't like.
We got to go through quick. Yes or no? I say no. Right there, it stopped right at a level of resistance of 27.99, and a down day right there with beautiful level. I say no.
Look at that. That big body candlestick yesterday having little volume to it. I don't like it. Value on the decline, price action on the decline. The only thing I see optimistic here, RT starting to turn around, but still, no.
Okay, next one. I like the play. I just don't want to buy in a down day. But what do you think?
No. If it wasn't overvalued like that, value on the way down, I might be more optimistic. No. That's definitely no. Price down, value down over the last 3 months or 6 months. 3 months, you got 1 month.
All right. Next one. Let's go see if we can find one for him. Oof. DRS. It's right at a 3-month level of resistance, right there. I like the move higher, coming off support. Ryan,
I like that stock.
you want to put it in?
What is it? Aerospace and defense?
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if it just
You know
blew
that's
right
a
through that
possible
top.
hanging man right there. Possible reversal right at resistance.
Yeah. No, and it could be a potential triple top too. On with that hanging man. Yeah, I'd wait off on this.
Okay. Next one. I like the move. I like that it broke through resistance. I don't like earnings. I don't like value going down.
Mm-mm.
What do you think?
I don't like it. Mm-mm.
Can I put a 20-day moving average of price? Yes, I could. But I'm looking at all of these graphs from a VectorVest graph perspective. For brand new people who open up a VectorVest graph, that's what we're looking at. But we did add value. Do you want to put a moving average on here, Ryan?
It doesn't matter to me. It's up to them or you.
There it is, 20-day moving average. There it is. It's above the 20-day. I don't like the falling, and I don't like the closed candle today. You guys, the problem is trying to get you guys to answer takes too long. It really does. We got a lot of folks in here. That's the reason why Ryan and I will make the decision.
The format should be you put the ticker symbol and you put yes or no. Because if you just put a bunch of yeses or nos, we don't know exactly which chart we're looking at.
Yeah, that's true. But that
So
should be it. But I don't always get that either.
But I would say no on this.
All right,
I think there's just a lot more optimism than others. And it's in software, tech. There's a better tech picks, in my opinion.
ISRG?
Healthcare, this actually, look at a lot of consolidation, pretty range bound, just breaking out. And since then, and it's an update today. I like it.
Okay.
I do see the decline in volume over the last 3 trading sessions, but still not too worried about it.
Customer picks, ISRG. Oh, shit. Oh, foot. ISRG.
We got a lot of yeses. We got one no and quite a few yeses.
Get the price. What? About $1,000? It's not going to get us much in the way of shares. Okay. Next one. No. I
don't like that.
It is undervalued, and value is falling.
Values, yeah, that's exactly what I want. And it's at a clear downtrend. I mean, throw a trend line on there. If it gets above the trend line, then have at it. But right now, I just don't see.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just not there yet. We're not getting the momentum. Close, but not yet.
Ooh, GGAL.
That looks beautiful.
It does.
That's actually a top VST stock. I would definitely say yes to that.
Okay.
It's actually in the video tonight, this stock.
GGAL. Get the price. Grand. Apply. Okay.
Just to let you guys know, if you're calling support right now, apparently the phones are down. I got a message from the vice president a couple minutes ago, about 10 minutes ago. So just heads up, if you're calling support, give us a few minutes. It looks like, again, I'm doing the live streams. I don't know exactly, but I worked in there. It should be up probably within the next 15, 20 minutes if I had to guess.
All right. I just saw it too. All right. Here we go. Next one. And that's not the case. Who said that? Glenn's starting to not get. That's not the case. Ooh.
Potty mouth.
Look at this.
I got a phone call from JV Van.
I ain't saying nothing. I like this. I like that it's undervalued. I don't like that value's falling, but I like the move.
Compared to some of the other building stocks, I like this one better.
All right.
And the confirmation, I mean, it's just, a couple dollars away hitting a new high.
IESC.
Full body candlestick today.
Gonna get it. IESC.
Whitman says, as Glenn would say, good googly moogly.
I like that. Apply.
Big move today. Yep.
All right. Next one. No. What do you think?
Nope.
Okay.
I think it was a buy the election, sell the inauguration.
Price is rising, undervalued, value rising, no brainer.
That's what I want.
PSIX.
Full body candlestick today, brand new high momentum there. That's the one.
I like that. I like that play. I cannot lie.
That's
Clear my
PWR.
throat. 1,000. Okay. Next. Oof. Look at that volume. Yes or no? I say yes. I know it's overvalued. Value's pretty stable.
No.
You say no?
No, that's a hard one.
It's above the 20.
I like it.
Okay. I like it. I already liked it.
How about I write these down so you don't have to go back every individual time?
No.
That would be quicker. Tabula said yes because she's already in it. And John's in it too. Been a big wigger for him. Robert, yeah. People are already in this. Let's get in it.
Next. It's below.
Shop.
I'm saying no.
I see clear downward trend.
Okay.
Way overvalued.
When? You know, I don't like the smallness of the bars. What do you think?
Well, if you took off value, I bet those bars get a little bit bigger.
Definite move.
I like it, but I don't know if I'd want to buy it now with the doji candlestick. It already had his big run. Obviously, the play was breaking the downtrend. RT is above 1. I mean, I feel a lot better if I got into a couple days ago than now, especially with that doji candlestick. I wouldn't be in a rush to jump in there today.
Okay.
That's a doji, right? It's hard to see.
Yeah, it was a doji.
Okay.
Palantir.
I'm
already in it, but you know
Everybody
something?
else likes it.
I'd look for more confirmation to get above this level of 84.79. Volume's pretty steady. RT's on the rise.
Is that the 20-day EMA?
Yeah, that's the 20. It just went above the 20-day.
I like how it used it as a level of support right before the dip, and right here we got a clear breakthrough. I like that. I'm a believer.
Okay.
But if we had any hesitation today at that 20-day,
No,
like you said, I'd wait for
went above.
And I imagine this whole AI investment thing, Palantir's, well suited to get some of those government dollars too, because they're already
they got my dollars.
Contracts. They got my dollars.
They got my dollars. All right, yes or no?
Nope. Oh, Space Mobile.
I'm not feeling that.
Yeah, I see a clear downtrend.
RT's below 1. Okay. Next. I need Giga Cloud to get above that level of resistance of 21.26.
Yeah, I'd want to see a new swing high there.
Now, don't get me wrong. I like the uptrend. I'd like to see us get above that before I buy it. And RT is below 1. Okay. Next. Stopped right at resistance. But it is moving higher. What do you think? RT is above 1.
Wonder what kind of mining that does. I'll look it up real quick.
Hurry up.
Isotopes. Short seller report. Oh, that was
It's got a short seller report?
January 20th, 1 day ago, shares. Oh, what did I type in here? ASPI, right?
Sigh.
ASPI stock. Yeah.
Everybody go grab a cup of water.
A cup of water. 659, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Shareholder alert. Law firm reminds shareholder losses of the investment.
Oh,
I don't like this lawsuit and other stuff coming up first. I haven't even got to what kind of mines there are. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd wait on that one.
All right. I'm with you on that if it's got a story like that. Next. Dang. ARM. I'm not going to ask, but it's above the 20. Big volume. The body's bigger than the wick at the top. I say yes.
Yeah, I don't think this run is over with this whole new AI investment and SoftBank story.
ARM.
But again, treat it like a trade. It is overvalued.
ARM. Get the price. grand. Last stock. This was my honorable mention.
Well, I like how we're seeing buying pressure right on your line there, right where your level was at.
Yeah.
That's the optimism I do see. Sellers came in, buyers saw exactly what you were looking at, Glenn, and it looks like they're coming in to say that if we get it higher tomorrow, like an open higher, I don't know. I'll leave that one up to you since I know that's your baby.
I'm gonna say wait.
Okay.
I'm gonna say wait. ISRG could be earnings volatility. I think ISRG is gonna blow it out the freaking water. That's what I think. All right. Amir's couple of stocks. General Dynamics. Love that it's undervalued. I hate that value is falling.
Price is falling. RT below 1.
I'm not ready to pull the trigger. RT is not above 1. I'm not ready to pull the trigger on General Dynamics.
Oh.
QR. I like that it started to fade the gap.
I don't know. It went back to that gap real quick.
It did.
And it's like a slow grind trying to get out of it. I'm not quite there with that one.
I'm not either. I'm not either. Not yet.
If I saw a little bit more optimism, like, the 3 candlesticks going down, I saw a little bit more optimism, I'd say yes. And not much more optimism, but I don't see what I need right now.
We're going to add the 20-day. It's below the 20-day. It's at a level of support and below the 20-day. I'm not thinking about that.
So if anything, I think it'll retest that 20-day and then probably pull back. But who knows? We'll see.
All right.
Look, see what happens when it gets closer to that 20-day.
All right, we got to look at I went and put more stocks. All right.
More stocks.
Let's go back to their portfolio. You guys added some stocks. You're up about 0.8%. And we added some stocks to the portfolio. There we go. All right. We're about 12 minutes over. I'm surprised Joey's not screaming.
I'm sure he is. His mic's probably muted.
Yeah, that's probably right. So, all right. Looks like we're done for the day, folks.
Are you adding anything to your portfolio?
I'm not. You want to add anything to yours? That's why we didn't do that. Viewers, I'm going to go to Glenn's picks.
All I really want to do is close out of Ethereum. My Bitcoin, and I think Bitcoin's fine where it's at.
Let me look. I really want to add, but I don't want to buy on the down day. That's how I am. Netflix is giving back. So is Oracle. LNG. Microsoft I might take. RT's about to break. I might take some Microsoft. No on Defend. No on Honeywell yet. And SoftBank.
I do like Honeywell. I think it's setting up for something good.
I am going to go AMA Glenn. I'm going to take the Microsoft.
Okay.
I am going to take the Microsoft. I don't know how much I'm supposed to put in here. Get price. I'm going to add $2,000 worth.
Of Microsoft?
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, so that's all I added. You want to add anything?
No, I'm good where I'm at right now.
You are?
Do I still got my antimony?
Let's go see.
I think you should still have antimony.
No, you do not.
Wow, I closed out too. What kind of stock do you have for me?
No, you must have didn't have it. I had it. That's the only stock you closed out of is Ether.
Oh,
you
okay.
didn't have antimony. Do you want to put antimony?
Hold up. Let's see here.
GD.
Yeah, I do want to put antimony.
All right, hold on. GD. Look at that. Amir, you got to make a decision. Where's your stops? That's the first step I'm going to start asking you when you ask me about what to do. Where's your stops? All right. Going back to portfolios. Ryan, what do you want to add?
UAMY, $4,000 worth.
Okay.
And again, this is a practice portfolio.
It is.
Just letting you guys know, this ain't real money. This is VectorVest, but again, my reputation is on the line, so I only place these trades if I'm confident in them.
$4,000 on a $1.78 stock.
It's a $50,000 portfolio.
All right, that's just your money.
It's your money.
It's your pretend money.
Oh, did we ever find out what kind of stops I have? That's probably a good thing to know.
You got a 10% trail.
Okay, that's fine. That works. That's safe for me. I like that.
All right. All right, if you didn't have a stop on GD, why, Amir? Yeah, we have this conversation all the time. All right, we're getting ready to sign off for the day. We've been on for an hour and 15 minutes. Been on for an hour. So we looked at a lot of your stocks today. Well, that's because we got a lot of likes today. And we were sitting at over 300 today. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. All right, we've definitely gone back down from that, but it's time for us to say goodbye. All right, I didn't look at Pega. I didn't see Pega. All right, we didn't look at every single stock. We looked at the stocks that warranted from the amount of likes. Again, I'm going to stick to that for this year. All right, Ryan, I'm going to sign us off. You got anything you want to say before I do it?
Nope. Everybody have a wonderful day. And I am going to put out a short on just a little bit about my Qs trading, so that way give you an idea if you're interested in day trading some options. Again, just throwing ideas out there for you.
All right. Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. I'm praying for all the people all around the world. A lot of snow, a lot of bad stuff. Just be careful. Make sure you're looking on your neighbor. Remember, the world is full of good people. If you can't find one, be one. Odabo, bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu.